Tom Aspinall is speaking out about the long-delayed heavyweight matchup with Jon Jones, and he's surprisingly not throwing shade. In fact, he understands it. According to Aspinall, Jones has every reason to be cautious because, as he put it, risking his legacy against someone like him might not be the best course of action after all. Stepping in with a younger, faster, more explosive heavyweight who could very well knock him out isn't exactly an appealing end to a GOAT-tier career. Aspinall isn't just talking. He laid out the facts he believes he has clear advantages over Jones's speed, footwork, striking variety, and a level of movement that's uncommon for a heavyweight plus. Unlike most in the division, Aspinall's ground game is slick. The fight has been drawn out for what seems like forever since Aspinall lit up the division and claimed interim gold. Fans have been calling for the real title unification, not fantasy or talk, but a genuine clash between the new era and the old king. But Jones has taken the long route. Whether it's due to injury or not, the delays, uncertainty, and hesitations have been frustrating, and the anticipation has only grown. Tom Aspinall is a serious problem. This is a moment of transition rather than just another title defense for Jones. If it does come to pass...
I honestly can see Jon's point of view. Yep. I get it. Yep. I get it. It's just about the title for me.
Yep.
I just want the title, that's it.
Yep.
Does nothing else really matters. So, yeah, I get it completely. Get his point of view. Get what everybody's saying. Completely understand. I just want to prove I'm the best. That's all. I think a lot of people look at me and think, I'm not that big and heavy, but I'm 250, 255, 12% body fat. So
damn.
One of the reasons that I'm very successful with my style, and again, I don't want to give too much away, but because I'm very, very athletic for the size.
You are.
My balance is great. My agility is great. That is, as well as other things, but that is a big advantage that I've got in the heavyweight division.
Yep.
A lot of people are slow, ploddy,
yep.
They've got no balance, they've got no distance control, they can't move in and out fast or anything like that. I train with light heavyweights, and I generally find it a lot harder to train with the light heavyweights than I do the heavyweights.
In their podcast, Michael Bisping and Paul Felder didn't criticize Alex Pereira or Yuri Prochazka for declining a fight with Magomed Ankalaev on short notice. Instead, they stress that Pereira in particular has been a company man who has stepped up when the UFC needed him most, whether it was holding up major pay-per-views or jumping into fights on shorter notice in the past. He's been that guy for the UFC, consistently delivering big performances, knockouts, and star power. So when it comes to a rematch with someone as dangerous and technical as Uncle Bisping, and Felder agreed that Alex deserves time to prepare so that he can do it well. This championship-level chess match pits you against a murderer with one of the division's most annoying playing styles. You don't go into a fight with someone that calculated unless you're prepared, and Ankalaev isn't the type of guy you pick at random. Pereira is aware that Yuri are also warriors, but they are intelligent, which distinguishes them from legacy builders. They know when to go to battle and when to sharpen their weapons, and while fans always want fireworks, these fighters understand what goes on behind the scenes. The timing, the discipline, and the harsh grind. Pereira has already given the UFC a lot in a short period of time, and he completed it while attending class. So waiting and getting ready doesn't cost him anything. If anything, it prepares the ground for a much larger, cleaner, and more competitive rematch at the appropriate moment.
I don't blame Yuri Prochazka, and I don't blame Pereira, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't short notice. This was a couple of weeks ago now. 317's about 5 weeks away. So it still would have been, essentially a full camp. But regardless, Prochazka, he just lost. He's been lost to Pereira twice. If he was to get another title fight, getting a third title shot, is that 3 or 4? Because he's been the champ. Yeah. If he loses that one again, he ain't going to get another one. So I don't blame him. Certainly Ankalaev, being gigantic, the size that he is, and with the style that he has, I don't blame him necessarily for that.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, if Yuri's trying to do something and he doesn't want to jump right back in there like that, yeah. And even for Pereira, I don't think he should have tweeted or said anything like that. But he's done a lot. You can understand where he's coming from, right? He took a lot of fights. He saved a lot of pay-per-views. If he wants to take a little time and chill out coming off a loss and not jump right back in there, I don't blame him either. But I do understand that the UFC's got to move on with something. And
Alanbek Badaev, a Russian podcaster, recently When questioned about a reported altercation he had with former Bellator welterweight champion Yaroslav Amosov, Khamzat Chimaev, known for sparring hard and occasionally getting into an altercation, shared an interesting story about the Ukrainian fighter. According to Chimaev, he and Amos got into a heated argument during their sparring session, to the point where Amos removed his gloves, threw them onto the mats, and threatened to never spar Khamzat again. The undefeated Chechen went into great detail about the altercation, which took place during his preparation for a highly anticipated championship matchup with Driz Duplessis. I want you to confirm the story I heard about your difficult sparring with Yaroslav Amosov. Whether it was true or not, I heard you two spar back and forth until you took control of the fight and pushed him until he removed his gloves, tossed them aside and said, "I'm never sparring you again, you hit too hard. Is it all real?" Yes, it did happen. We sparred once, and I'm not sure why some people don't like it when I push myself. My coach had advised me to always push myself, so I did. When Yaroslav told me he didn't like sparring that way, I left the gym, getting a little upset and yelling at him. I simply have a different mindset because I was raised differently. Fighters spar lightly before going all out in real combat. In my case, I go all out in both sparring and real combat. Yaroslav is a good fighter. I can't say anything negative about him. I'm just different. I enjoy going to war and experiencing pain. While DDP recently defended his title in a rematch against Sean Strickland, Khamzat is coming off a commanding victory over former champion Rob Whittaker. This fight promises fireworks, with both fighters promising to stand in the middle and deliver an all-out war. Will Khamzat run through Duplessis and win the title? Or will the Chechen be overcome by DDP's unmatched stamina and awkwardness inside the octagon? Comment below. Jon regarding retirement rumors, Jon Jones ends the silence. With almost 6 months having passed since his last appearance at UFC 309, where he defeated Stipe handily, Jones has finally spoken out amid mounting annoyance from fans who accuse him of, unquote, holding the title hostage. When asked on Twitter how it feels to be retired, Jones said, "I don't know if I want to call it retired. I feel like I'll always have an ability to pop out and show them. I've had many breaks throughout my career. My identity outside of fighting is well intact." Jones is still unsure about his next move, especially when it comes to a fight against interim champion Aspinall. One thing is certain, though, as the heavyweight division develops, time is running out and the call for Jones versus Aspinall is only growing louder.